Hello, my name is Ricardo Hernandez, and the topic that I chose for this term paper was health risks from inhalation of airborne manganese in industrial zones. Overall, what I learned from this subject is that not only does airborne manganese affect people through breathing, it also affects our environment through water or through absorption from our soil. For example, of course, breathing would be an issue. That leads to diseases that come from these metals reaching our lungs that then create further impacts to our blood system or our immunity as well. The issue that it brings in water is that when these toxic metals reach our water, these waters are used for consumption, for crops, or for bathing, which all lead to contamination in our water. It's definitely not something you want to consume because either way it ends up in your system and it will create health risks in that way. Absorbing it into our crops will also create health risks. We consume our crops. Not only do we consume our crops, these crops are also given to livestock or other animals that we rely on for food or other purposes as well. One of the most interesting concepts that I learned from this topic is that the inhalation of airborne manganese is one of the main reasons for diseases such as idiopathic Parkinson's disease. This disease is very deadly. In most cases, it does lead to death. It also was seen in studies that were conducted with people with IPD, that they also suffered from damages to their ability to metabolize iron in their system. So not only does it lead to one disease, that disease causes like a chain of events that leads to other health risks as well. And as for why this topic relates to the environmental health specifically, as I had mentioned, not only does it affect people nearby, most notably children and elderly people who are the most vulnerable to airborne toxic metals, but it also affects the environmental health in the ways that it'll get into our water and our soil. Not only does it affect our crops, it affects any plantations that rely on the soil to prosper. For example, trees end up dying when their soils are contaminated. That leads to less clean oxygen for the world. People can't breathe fresh air. That leads to other consequences as well. Our airs lead to more pollution in that sense. And overall, environmental health relies on the relationship between people and our environment. So if people are working on mines or welding, things of that industrial sort, those will impact our environment, and in retaliation, our environment will be affected, further affecting us. So that is how environmental health relates back to this topic of the health risks from inhalation of airborne manganese in industrial zones, because not only are people affected, but the environment is as well. Thank you again.